Hey, good morning, everyone. Greg Silva. As many of you know, I was a student of Ed Parker Sr. Back in the 80s, and I had a really good opportunity in the mid 80s for driving Mr. Parker around when we used to visit New England. He would stay in Connecticut where I lived, and then every day I would take him to either a different city or a different state in New England, and he would do seminars. And while we were doing that, we always talked a little, and always brought up his son, Edmund. And Mr. Parker just did so much for me, as he did for not only the Kempo schools around the United States, for the martial arts community in general. I remember the day he died. I was speaking at a convention in Fort Lauderdale sponsored by Educational Funding Company, and it was a huge shock to everyone. At the end of that day, they called everyone into a special room, and Ernie Reyes, who's a Taekwondo instructor, as everyone knows, put on a demonstration in honor of Mr. Parker, and he had everyone anchor that feeling of that day, and that feeling was a fist. And I still remember this, and this was 26 years ago. Well, Ed Parker's son, Edmund, is now pretty sick. He went to Dragon Fest this year. On the way back, he wasn't feeling well, so he went to the hospital, found out he had something wrong with his colon, and they were going to operate. It was an emergency operation. The problem is they couldn't operate because his heart was unsteady. It seems that he has the same symptoms as his dad had when he had his bad heart. So I went up to visit Edmund in August with a few other instructors, and he showed some Paxil martial arts. And he was saying, I just got to get healthy. I got to get my heart healthy by October. In October, I'm going to have the operation. Well, what happened to his colon? It started leaking last week. He went to the hospital. It started to shut down his kidneys and infected his bladder, and he got very, very sick, and they have to do this operation. But now they have the kidneys and the bladder to fix in addition to the heart, so his surgery is pushed off another 6 weeks. Now, you can imagine he can't work. A lot of things go wrong, and so he needs some money. So I think it would be really, really great, since Ed Parker's not around, Ed Parker Sr.'s not around to help his son, that we all get together and help his son in his place. So there's a GoFundMe link below this video. You can click on that and make a donation. If for some reason things are tough on you and you still want to make a donation, there's a couple things you can do. If you start talking to your students today and say, this is really important, as a school, we want to raise $100 for this GoFundMe, could everyone in class donate $5? I'm sure you can come up with $100. If you don't have the cash but you want to do something, selling 2 private classes for $50, tell all your students about this, how you want to step up and you want to donate $100, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell 2 private classes for $50. All the money is going to go to the GoFundMe fund. We need about $25,000. I'm sure we can do it in 1 or 2 days if everyone just gets together. It's just really important. It's not only kind of the right thing to do in honor of Mr. Parker, it's just a nice thing to do for Edmund Jr. So I'm going to do the GoFundMe today. I'm also going to do some private classes here in Gilbert, Arizona. I'm going to donate all that money. I'd really like to see all my friends and clients in United Professionals step up. And let's do something really, really cool for Edmund. I mean, being that sick is bad enough. Being that sick and worrying about money is terrible. So let's take that off his plate and do something great for Edmund. Thank you.